Hello superstars, it's 𝗙𝗵𝗁 here again. Welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to explain the concept of demand and supply with respect to trading the financial markets, and also I'm going to give a weekly analysis on volatility 75 step index and all boom and crash instruments. We're going to be starting off with the volatility 75 index, and if you are new to my channel and you want to see more of my videos, go on and hit the subscribe button and comment below where you're watching this video from. And I would also like to invite you to join my Telegram community at Freedom Tradehouse. In the description section of this video you will find links to join the Telegram platform. With all that said, let's go on with the tutorial. Now we'll be looking at volatility 75 index. If you followed my previous videos, especially the most recent video that I posted that has to do with price action, if you've not seen that, you want to go and watch it now, and or maybe at the end of this video you go take a look at that. Now I did an analysis and I explained what trends are all about, right? And we plotted out these levels of support. We have diagonal support at this point, and we're expecting price to come at this point and then go backwards, upward, and all that. So at commencement of the video before that, I did this analysis and price was around here. It got here and we had price go up for a number of days and it went back down, and now it tends to be consolidating around this zone. I'm just bring that out. I'm just going to bring that out with a box, a rectangular box, right? So we can see the price actually consolidating around the zone. Now we're going to look into this asset and we're going to see the levels of entry points that you can really get this week while you trade any day or any hour, anytime you want to get in. We're going to see where we are expecting supply to take place and also where we're expecting demand to take place. All right, now let me bring to your understanding the concept of supply and demand. You realize that in the regular market, if the demand for a particular commodity is increasing rapidly, you'll find out that the price will definitely go up, and those who can afford it will be the one who will have it. While if the supply of a particular commodity is really massive, you find that the price is down, right? The price will go down so that everyone can truly have it. And that's the same thing that happens in the market here. Oftentimes we expect high demand at levels of support in the market. We expect high demand at levels of support in the market, and we also expect supply, right? A high level of supply at levels of resistance in the market. Now please take note that support and resistance is not the same thing as supply and demand. So I'm going to analyze this market to you and I'm going to show you what I really mean by this terminologies. Now let's look at this. You can see that there is a resistance up here, right? There's a resistance in price. Let me get up my arrow tool. You're going to see that you can see we have a level of resistance here and level of resistance here. Now what brought about this resistance? The reason why we had this resistance is because there was a high level of supply at that zone. So let's just bring out the zone. I'm going to bring this in with this tool here. Good. There was a high level of supply at the zone. All right, let me go further to explain this concept of supply at this point. Now, just consider a competitive market where everyone is selling the same thing, right? And every of these sellers, they have the same commodity to sell. Now, you'll find that if we have a limited number of buyers, you see that the smart sellers will drop the price of their commodity so that they can get the available buyers to just purchase it at a price. And that is what you see. Now price got to this point. Just think about it like sellers now. Sellers that got in, all right, we actually want to sell what we have now, but we have limited number of persons that are ready to buy. So what do? Can we drop the price? And that is what you're seeing here. There was a drop in price, and that's what we have the rejection here. So this zone was a level of what supply. Now if you're trading this, what you want to do is, you can see that at this price, let's map out this particular part, 891491. At that price, let's get the low of it. Let's get the low of it so that we can, not this tool. Let me just get the low of that level so that you will see the range, right? We have from this range 862586 and 891491. Now between these zones, you find that okay, whenever the price comes here, it seems like we're going to have little buyers, so we're going to drop the price, and that's what is happening in the market. So if you are a trader and you're holding positions for quite a long time, you want to get in here and then put your stop loss here above this level here, above here, right? And that is it. Now this is on the daily time frame. I'm going to go right in and explain this concept in the smaller time frame, but before we go there, let's also take a look at this, also the other level. What I just explained happened at the resistance level, right? Now I'm going to explain the same thing at the support level. If you look at price here before we have the bullish movement, you're going to see that there was actually a high demand, right? There was a high demand at this zone, and that's why we have the rejection, right? We have the wicks, right? The wicks, they show us rejection, especially when you have a pin bar. A pin bar candlestick shows level of rejection, right, in the opposite direction of the market. Now you can see that the direction of the trend was downwards, right? Price was going bearish, and there was rejection the first day, and the second day there was another rejection, and up it goes. Now you can see this level has now been marked out as a level of demand. So what happens whenever price comes back into that zone? We're expecting to enter for what? A buy, right? You can see the traders, okay, this is actually the level of supply, so all traders come, let's get this, let's get money in, boom, and everybody goes in and they buy. And you can see a similar reaction. It's a similar reaction to what happened in the past. When buyers got in to buy from this point, it got up to this level before the supply became what? Much, and we had it drop down again, and it comes back to this part. The demand increased, and what happened? They took it back to this point, and at this level where it got here, price actually fell to a particular zone, and that zone I'm going to show you now. And that zone happens to be a support zone in time past around here, and we have a little of the breakout of that zone, and back up it goes because we have more demand. There was a level of demand in this place that took price further, and the price went up, and so on it goes. So now with this explanation, I'm going to show you how you're going to look at the charts this week, and how you're going to spot out your levels of entries. If you understand the concept of demand and supply, you're going to have more profitable entries in the market. I tell you, that is what I do, that is what I apply my trading, and it can really help you to improve your profits too if you pay a very close attention and don't skip any part of this video. Okay, now that is what we mapped out. I'm going to take this out because there's a whole lot of people inside of this zone, so we're not just going to be looking at that. If we want to enter, we're going to enter buy before price starts falling and sell before price starts rising, and that's what we want to do. So let's see how we can spot out the zones of supply and the zones of demand again in this market. So look at this, you can see that we have rejection here, right? And it's due to what? Just like I said before, it's due to supply. There was a level of supply here. Can you see it? There was a level of supply there. So we're expecting that if price gets to this point, definitely there will be a level of what? Reversal. There's going to be price reversal. If you go further and look at price in the 5-minute time frame, you're going to have some sort of movement. You're going to see more things, right? You're going to see more of it. Now let's map out this point. In my previous videos, I talked about pivot, where a resistance zone turns to a support zone in the future, and that's what you consider as pivot. You can see that this part is a resistance, but at this point it became what? A support. Now if you apply every of these things with the idea of supply and demand, let me bring this in. Supply and demand just has to do with the way buyers and sellers are thinking, and what price are we taking a particular instrument to, right, before we sell, and what price are we taking an instrument to before we buy. That's the thing. So if you think like every other trader, you're definitely going to increase your profit. So to think as every other trader, you need to see the market the way professional traders do, and that's what we're looking at for now. Over the week, let's look at the daily analysis again. I just showed you how to get your entry points. Let's see the daily time frame so that we're going to know where price is going. Now look at this. Like I said before, we had an analysis done on the market that brought about price hitting this low of the trend line, and I expect price to shoot up, right? I expect price to shoot up this way. Let's get this arrow testing this diagonal support. I'm expecting price to shoot up and create this and create a lower high. I'm expecting price to create a lower high. Please watch this video to the end, okay? Don't skip any part. There's huge information that I want to share with you on this video. So I'm expecting price to get to this point, create a lower high of the trend. You can see that we have a downtrend formation here. I'm expecting that to happen in a couple of days. Now, since we've not had a breakout of this structure, we've not had a break of structure yet, we've not had a break of structure at this level here, right? It has not gone below this trend line. Can you see that the zone has really not gone below it? Then it means that the analysis is still valid. But whenever we have the formation of a red candlestick that goes below this trend line, below the trend line, then you know that there has been a break of structure, and what we're actually aiming for happens to be not longer valid. So what you want to do is buy the dip, just like I had it in my video before. You want to buy the dip on volatility 75 index. Now let's move over to step index to see what we have. Okay, welcome back. On step index, we can see that price actually has a kind of trend. There's a type of trend that I can see in the market, which happens to be some sort of an uptrend, right, over the months, right? This takes a lot of days, right? So you can see something like this, and over here too, we can actually see this too, right? You can see some formation like this. Now, step index is some kind of a tricky tool, right? Because whenever you're trading it, it has a way of aiming for your take profit and going down to hit stop loss before it comes back to aim for your take profit. And the way I advise you trade this asset is usually you just want to keep your lot size relatively low. Just risk what you truly can afford. And also, before you enter your trade on step index, make sure that your confirmations are met. You have every of your confirmations met. You have the technical analysis checked, and you also have the indicators that you use for trading checked. Now, on a 5 minutes time frame, I can see an inverted cup pattern. Let me see if I can get a circular tool. I don't know if we have that here. I wish I could get that, but we can actually see an inverted cup pattern here in this zone here, within this part here. You can see that. So we have this formation. Let me get the arrow tool that I make use of. We have the formation like this, an inverted cup, a teacup, right? And we have that meeting up at the support level. We have the support. I'm just going to bring out my horizontal line. You can see there's a support level here. And what every other trader will be thinking is this: they will be waiting for price to get to the support. That's to test the support the third time. Usually the third time you also want to go in for a buy, right? Traders will be expecting to test price at the support level of 9354 before they will go in for a buy. On the daily time frame, let's see where price is headed. Now, currently on the daily time frame, we can see that price is consolidating. Price is consolidating around this zone. I'm just going to get in my rectangular tool, so you're just going to see that. You can see the price is consolidating around the zone. So what you want to do when you have price in a consolidation market, what you want to do is that you want to buy the lows and sell the highs, and you keep your risk significantly tight. Okay, so you don't get to lose a lot. Why do I say keep your risk significantly tight? If you were buying, let me get an arrow here, please. If you're buying here, if you're buying at this low here, at this level here, that should be around 6,350 or thereabout. If you're buying there, 9,350, if you're buying at this level and you put your risk quite tight, you're going to see that you're risking, let's say, 2 pips or thereabout down to this point, right? If you hold it down to here and price moves further, you find that if you get in at another level of entry, number one, your account is protected. Okay, number one is your account is protected. Can you see another level of entry? This is what I was talking about. This level here, this zone. You see, if you got in here, your account is protected, and what happens? You will make more money as price goes back up and all that. So the idea of trading with a stop loss is very essential. Okay, it's very essential. So what are we expecting from this consolidation? It's either we have a breakout that's going to break the structure of this trend and continue with the downward movement, or price will break this box that I've just created here, and we'll have price shoot up to this point again. And after he shoots up to this point, it's most likely that we're going to have price go way above that level, and that is it. Now let's go over to see boom and crash. I'll be starting off the analysis on boom and crash with boom 1000, and after that I'm going to see crash 1000. Now you can see on boom 1000 the market's very clear. We can have this on the daily time frame. Just like I say on every of my videos, before you start trading on a particular day, you need to go take a look at the market on the daily time frame so that you will be reminded of the structure of the market, and also you will have an eagle's view on where price is headed. You can see that we're expecting a sell in the market over the next couple of days. We're expecting price to sell to this point where we have previous supply. There was some level of supply here, and we can also see the resistance. You can also see the support lines, a diagonal support, right? A diagonal support. We can see that right here. So that is what we're expecting. You can see prices already started going bearish with the formation of 2 bearish candlesticks already. This was yesterday, that is Sunday, and this is today. You can see price actually went back up to retest, and now it's going back down. So how do you get your entry points? You can check my videos. You can just check this playlist. I'll attach it to this video. You see the playlist on how to get your entry points on boom and crash. So I'm going to take a look at crash 1000, and now over the past days, in fact for a couple of months now, we can see the price has been maintaining a strong downtrend on crash 1000. You can see the price has actually been going downwards, and down it has been going. In fact, it has created the lowest that price has been on crash 1000 since this instrument was created, right? So we have price at this point. Are you looking for opportunity to buy in this market? My advice to you is do not look for opportunities to buy. Instead, look for opportunities to join the trend. And how do you get to join the trend, and how do you identify those opportunities? You just got to look out for levels of what retracements. You're expecting price to go upwards, and then you're getting in at the retracement and you are selling, right? And you're selling with a crash, or you want to buy the retracements. You see what I'm spotting out? I'm just giving you zones of support and resistance, right? Or you want to buy the retracement and hold your with a stop loss, definitely with a stop loss, and manage your trades. Now whenever you're buying crash, ensure that you are managing your trades and looking out for a number of candlesticks. I have a video that talks about how to trade against the spikes, right? You go take a look at that video on the playlist I just shared with you. Okay, let's look at crash 1. We've seen crash 1000. Let's look at let's look at boom 500. Let's look at boom 500 quickly. I'm trying to keep this video within 20 minutes. Okay, on boom 500, you can see the structures having heads. We're having huge heads in the market. We have about 3-headed god or something like that. If you've studied price action very well, you're going to understand what I'm saying now. On the 1 hour time frame, we're having some huge heads in the market. You can see those heads, right? The third one, and the good thing about it is they are all lower highs. They're all lower highs. That's the good thing about it. So you're expecting price hitting downwards that way. So there's a downtrend, right? There's a downtrend, and since we have lower highs, what you want to do in this market now is to look for opportunities to sell the market at levels of supply, right? And I'm expecting price to get to this low again soon. I'm expecting to get here soon. Now let's look at price on the daily time frame. Let's see that. I'm going to show you the reason why we're expecting price to go down to that point. Let's see the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you can see that we have a level of consolidation, right? Although the market appears to be quite choppy a bit, but we have a strong formation of a downtrend. Why do I say so? You can see at this point here we have lower highs, and below it we also have lower lows. Let me just bring out this instrument. You can see we have a low here, lower low. So price going down wouldn't be a bad thing, and taking a level of support again to go back up. And that will be all for boom 500. I'm going to be doing more videos that will be talking more about this asset. So if you want to see these videos, ensure that you've clicked the subscribe button, and also you turn on the bell notification, so that you will be notified whenever I upload a video. Now let's finalize this video making an an analysis on 𝗧𝗵𝗺𝗏. 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗏 happens to be one of my favorite instruments because it moves way faster. You can make more money within a shorter time on 𝗧𝗵𝗺𝗏 than any of boom 500, boom 1000, crash 1000 or crash 1000. Yeah, that's right. So you can see the charts on the daily time frame. We've got something that we're looking at. Price got to a level where there was I'm going to look at this on the 4-hour time frame. You see, price got to a level where there was supply, and that's what happened. There was enough supply to take price down. You can see it. How do I mark these things out? When you look at the candlesticks, you pick up a particular candlestick, and for this I am actually picking out the 4-hour candlestick, and you can see that we have a pin bar right there. We have a huge pin bar here, right? I'm picking this out, and you're taking it from the close of that pin bar. That is the one on the top, right? You're taking from there till the entire space of the week, and that is what I just did there. Now, so whenever price gets into this zone, you know it is a zone to sell. It is a zone to sell, and that is what we just saw now in the market. So on this 4-hour time frame, let's see if we can have a lower time frame to get some entries that's going to give you some profits. You can see the market is in a downtrend, so you want to really sell the retracements, right? You want to sell the highs. That's what you want to do now. You want to sell the highs. Other than that, you want to buy and let price get to a level of resistance, then you take your profits accordingly. You can see at this point here we had, let me just get a tool here. At this point we had this week showing us level of demand, and that took price upwards, so it got back to the same level and the same thing. Now you can see it clustering, right? Whenever we have a lot of candlestick clustering here, there's two things involved. Either it is actually clustering, so it breaks the support. You can see there has been a break of structure here. It has gone below the support zone, and still price is still going up. Or either than that, we're expecting price to still go up further. But if you want to have my take, I'm actually expecting price to go all the way down this time. Okay, I know nothing can stop me because I'm all the way up, but this market now, if you follow price action, you're expecting price to go down. It's the market going down, not you, because you are all the way up. So long you are following every of the instructions that I provide in my videos. I'll be doing more videos that will break down every of the things that I've said in this video so far. It's going to break down, gives you more entry and all that, and I'm so excited that we'll start talking about cryptocurrencies, and we'll be doing more analysis on forex pairs, so as we can expand the community to attract traders of different kinds. So if you want to become part of this huge move, ensure that you're subscribed to this channel, and also you've joined our Telegram channel, and also you give a support to our Instagram page at freedom_Tradehouse.